If you're looking to purchase a new everyday carry EDC weapon, stick around because I'm gonna test out 3 of the most popular compact and subcompact guns, the Glock 26, as well as the SIG 238 and the M&P Shield, and let you know what is the best, in my opinion, for your next EDC purchase. Whenever you buy a compact or subcompact gun, just a smaller pistol, you're sacrificing easy to shoot for concealability. So you do have to train these and really train the grip. Looking first at the Glock 26. The Glock 26, most notably, it does fit double stack mags. It fits full-size mags. Of course, it also has the compact mags that come with it. The compact mags that come with it, this is a problem. If it is completely collapsed all the way, you may have fingers that hang off the side, making it a little bit more challenging to grip tightly and shoot quickly, but you can practice that, you can train that. So this is pretty much as close as it gets to a regular Glock 19 compact or your Glock 17 full size, and it's just shortened and shortened. The M&P Shield is a very popular gun. You see a lot of people carrying these. You also see a lot of men buying these for their spouses or significant others. The reason, I think, is because it's small and women may have smaller size hands and they want to shoot a smaller gun. But what I'll show a little bit later is small doesn't mean easier to shoot, it's actually harder to shoot. So this isn't the optimal choice for somebody who has a weak grip, it's just an optimal choice for somebody who wants to conceal and be smaller. More notably, this M&P Shield has a safety on it. Now the safety on the M&P Shield is not my favorite safety. I don't really like safeties in general, but these in particular are really challenging comparatively. This is also something you can probably have removed if you needed to from a licensed gunsmith. Never do this yourself, but it is an option. So what I'd recommend is if you are gonna run a gun like this, if you are gonna run a gun, any gun with a safety, is you need to train the heck out of that thing so that you always have the muscle memory down to drop that safety. One more thing about the M&P Shield is it is a single stack. So this one is an 8-round magazine. I'm sure you could extend it out further, but it's really, you know, that single stack design is going to limit how many rounds you can carry in the pistol. Moving on to the SIG 238. I like this gun a lot, maybe not from the shooting standpoint, but from the carry standpoint. This gun is so small. When I hold it, actually, when I extend my trigger finger out, I'm almost touching the barrel. This is a real small, you know, subcompact, micro compact gun. This is a single stack mag, so it's going to be fewer rounds than if you carried a double stack. What you're sacrificing to gain is concealability, and this you can conceal. It's pretty much the same size as this iPhone, which you know, very remarkable. The same thing you'd put in your pocket, you can put in your pocket. Also, it has a safety, and this safety is not ambidextrous, so that's something you'd want to consider if you're a left-handed shooter. But this does have more of a traditional safety where the thumb, as I draw, the thumb drops down and gives you a little bit more purchase on the grip. So that is kind of a nice feature. It's a much easier safety to engage than the M&P Shield. But once again, how small is this gun? Do you have giant hands? My hands are a pretty good size. When I grip this pistol, it's pretty much maxed out. So for me, I could definitely not go smaller than this, but this is something that's really nice to have. You can carry it in your pocket, your fanny pack, just throw it in a backpack, very easy to conceal. So we're gonna start with the Glock 26. What I'm gonna do is, because I'm not using the finger mag, I'm using a regular mag, I'm gonna do a couple with just one round in, just to feel what it's like to shoot without the added magazine, and then I'll shoot with the magazine. So without the extra magazine, it does make it significantly harder to manage recoil. I noticed it pops out a little bit easier. I have to really strong arm this gun to fire it. Not ideal. If I had an extra finger here, it'd be much better. But it's no more kick than like the normal Glock 19. It's the same thing. So now I'll do it with a normal grip, fire a few more. Glock 19 is the gun I normally carry, so this gun is very familiar to me. It's the same grip, just without that extra pinky. I don't think there's anything to this. It's one of the most common guns on the planet, minus about an inch of grip, which is the 19 I'm referring to. So the Glock 26, a nice gun, nice carry option, extra compact compared to the Glock 19. similar shooting, but my recommendation for this would be add the extra finger to it. Otherwise, you're missing quite a bit of grip if you had to shoot fast. So what we ended up doing, we had a little bit of trouble with the firing pin of the last M&P Shield, so we just swapped the guns real quick. It's basically the same exact gun. So we're gonna give this one a test drive. Okay, so using this gun, the grip, having that extended finger helps tremendously. Able to keep a nice purchase the whole time. It is quite snappy. It's a very snappy gun, so you really have to press down and hold. I've been shooting a long time. I lift weights, so this is easier for me. You at home, that may not be the gun for you. You want to make sure you test fire these before you just go out and purchase. Remember, small does not mean easy to shoot. And that lastly, that safety on it is quite a challenge. I don't know personally of options that you can do to upgrade this, but this is something I would want to eliminate or upgrade using a licensed gunsmith. Lastly, we're going to be shooting this P238, which is a 380, a smaller bullet, single stack, and this one should be pretty fun. So right off the bat, just feeling that grip, missing the finger is already a little unsettling. There's much less snap using a 380 than a 9mm. I think that was the perfect choice for this size of a gun. It's less snappy than the other two by far, and I'm missing a finger. I'm still able to control it quite well. After just shooting about a mag through this, I can already say I like this gun a bit more than the other ones. I dislike not having my finger on that. That's something I would really appreciate, having an extended mag, which they make for this. The safety is quite intuitive if you are used to shooting 1911 or 2011 designs, but it's something you would have to get used to and have to train. I went into this with an opinion already formed on what gun I liked, what gun I wanted to keep. After shooting, after playing around with these things, I've switched my opinion. And my choice for carry of these three weapons is the SIG 238. This gun, to me, I had an opinion right off the bat. It was too small, it was going to be too snappy, kick too much. This in a 380 blew away the competition in terms of recoil. The grip itself, which I didn't love not having a finger here, the fact that they have magazines that you can put to add that finger extension makes it like absolutely perfect for me. I would recommend this to anyone in my family as a concealed carry because you don't need a lot of grip strength, and quite frankly, it's just a well-made gun. SIG makes a great product. Safety, something you have to get used to, but it's a really intuitive safety and one that I would actually train and be more than confident with. So the 238 is my choice, but I will say if you go with any of these three guns, you're not going to make a wrong choice. What I really love about the M&P Shield, it has that full-size grip, although it's slimmer, so it gives you a really nice grip on the gun, especially if you have a bit smaller hands. And it's snappy, but not something you can overcome through training. The Glock 26, something that is so familiar to me because if you run, like me, a Glock 19 or Glock 17, this is going to feel very familiar. It's the same gun, they just cut the legs off of it, right? It's like the corgi of Glocks. This thing is something that I would carry on the regular because there's no safety and it's so familiar to the rest of the Glock series that I carry. All three of these guns are great, but as always, if you don't take the time to train these guns, they're basically worthless. The fact that two of these three have safeties on them, like little nuanced muscle memory touch points that you absolutely have to memorize in your training. The fact that these have extra small compact designs that you may not be used to drawing or may not be used to carrying in general. Things you want to get used to and you need to absolutely train. If you like what you saw, make sure you let us know in the comments section what you liked and if there's any guns you want to see us check out in the future. I'd also like to hear personally what you carry. Do you carry a SIG? Do you carry a Glock? Do you carry an M&P Shield? Or is there something else you carry? Let us know in the comments section. We'd love to hear your feedback. So get out there and train because that's how we move forward and that's how we progress.